is Akshaya Titiya. Usually the Shankara Jayanti, that is I think in Panchami, the Shukla Panchami. That is in 21st, it is coming, 23rd. And today we are observing, this is Akshaya Titiya. This is a very special day today. First is Tuesday, because Sri Ramakrishna told on this particular day, whatever you pray to Mother, you will get. She will give you everything you ask on this particular day, Tuesday. And moreover, on this Akshaya Titiya day, Vyasa started writing Mahabharata. And then Lord Shiva and Parvati got married on this day. Then Bhagiratha brought Ganges, Ganga, on the earth from heaven on this day. And imagining that great event of Ganga Avataran, the Ganga is coming, Rabindranath, Kaviguru Rabindranath, he composed a beautiful song and he said, when forgetting your own self, O Nataraja, that is Shiva, you danced the dance of destruction, Pralaya, the tie of your matted hair broke. Pralaya nachele jokhon apon bhule, he Nataraj, jotar badhon porlo khule. Then he said, taking that opportunity, as if Ganga, the Jannavi, freed herself like a lunatic without caring anything, and the waves of Ganga began singing and dancing. Jannavitai mukta dharai unmadini disha harai shangite tar taranga dal uthlo dile. And on this Ganga, Shankaracharya has also composed an unique the sloka on Ganga. And on this particular day, Adi Shankara performed a miracle, composing and reciting at the same time the famous Kanaka Dhara Stotra. Rain of wealth came down on the roof of a poor couple who devotedly offered bhiksha of only thing that they were having, the gooseberry, to Shankaracharya. So these are all these is a very famous day today, the Akshaya Titiya, and that's why today most of the people, whenever the possible, they will go to a holy place and donate something, because that becomes Akshaya, permanent. And today we will be discussing about the Shankaracharya and his contribution. Margaret Noble, Sister Nivedita, he wrote, people can hardly imagine a personality like that of Shankaracharya. When she came in contact with Swami Vivekananda in London, then afterwards she studied the Vedanta, then she marveled, like many others, how it is possible, one person, only within 32 years, he completed so many things. And she is writing, in course of a few years, he founded 10 great religious order, Dasanami Sampradaya, then created a distinct philosophy, Advaita Vedanta, written poems whose grandeur makes them unmistakable even to the foreign and unlearned ears. He lived with his disciples a simple, saintly life, and the devotion, she said, the devotion of Francis of Assisi, the intellect of Abelard, the force and freedom of Martin Luther, the political efficiency of Loyola, united in one person, and that is Shankara. In the Shankaracharya, we find that he was born in Shukla Panchami, and the Indian mind is more concerned with truth than with the details relating to the personalities. Though it has not been possible to fix his date of birth, but all accepted that he was born at Kaladi in Kerala state of India, of a Brahmin family, that is Namrudri. In the Kerala, Namrudris are the Brahmana. When Shankara was born, 18 opinions are there, of which the 3 are very famous. The Sringeri Mott, in their Guru tradition, Guru Parampara, the Sringeri Mott was established by Shankaracharya himself. In the Guru Parampara, they say the 44 years before Christ, the Shankara advented. Another person said, no, 6th century. And I am not going into details why they are telling it, because they will be quoting from different people and comparing different scriptures where Shankara has mentioned those scriptures, or those scriptures have mentioned about the Shankara, and Shankara had a lot of dialogues and debates. So all those things they recorded and they are coming. And then the Max Muller, quoting another Indian author and the savant, he said it's 788 after Christ. So 6th or 7th century, but most of the traditional people, they don't accept it, because Shankara was much earlier than the Jesus Christ, because so many other incidents are there. Now here we find that it was the 14th Bikramabda. In those days in India, they used to keep the calendar Bikramabda, and 44th year before Christ, Shankara lost his father very early. He completed his Vedic education and Sanskrit studies very early. At an early age, Shankara felt the call of sannyasa. This is the urge to renounce everything and to go for the God realization and for the truth. That's called sannyasa. Samyak nyasa. Samyak means complete. Nyasa means giving up. So that is called sannyasa. And very early age, he felt that urge. It was almost 7 or 8 years when he was. But naturally, his widow mother never gave the permission. One day, as a miracle happened, Shankara and his mother went to bathe in the nearby river, Periyar. Now, if you go, that Shankara's that place, that just by the side, adjacent, the only one wall is our ashrama is there, Kaladi. And if you can go, you can stay over there and you can see the Shankara birthplace. And just at the back of that ashrama, that Periyar river is flowing full with crocodiles, now even. And at the time of Shankara, they say it may be that the crocodiles were there. Shankara and his mother, they were bathing. Suddenly one crocodile came and hold Shankara. Then the Shankara told everybody, naturally, they left the river water and went up. Mother was crying. Then the Shankara told, Mother, I am going to die. At this moment, if you give me the permission, at least I can take Atura sannyasa. There is a system. Atura means the last. When a person is going to die, he or she can take the sannyasa. In those days, at the time of Shankara, of course, Shankara was very traditionalist and he made a tradition. He was not accepting in that way the women, the sannyasa. Afterwards, Swami Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna, they introduced it. The Shankara, Atura sannyasa, he prayed for. What to do? The mother told, okay, now I give you the permission, because she was seeing that the son is dying. The moment the mother said, my son, I give you the permission for your sannyasa, immediately the crocodile loosed that hold of Shankara and left. Shankara came up, mother was happy for some time, but then unhappy, because she understood afterwards that Shankara is going to leave the hearth and home. And the Shankara got the sannyasa. And then he went out in search of Guru. From Kaladi, he started walking, and on the bank of Narmada, he found Govindapada. Govindapada, his guru, his master, but very peculiarly, Shankara wrote so many things, and the Govindapada's guru, the Gaudapada, he was very famous because of his Karika. That Karika he wrote, and Gaudapada, he said, there is no world itself. This world that you see is nothing but your illusion. So that was his idea, and he said like that. That's a very famous, the Gaudapada. And his disciple Govindapada, and this Govindapada was waiting for Shankara. There's a lot, many things are there. The Govindapada, he was inside, what's called that, inside the hill, and then he was waiting, and then Shankara went, and in that cave he found that person, and he told, I am waiting only for you. The moment I can give you the Diksha, I will leave. But this Govindapada, afterwards it was found, he was a chemist, and he wrote a book on chemistry in those days. But at the same time, he was a Vedantist also. By 16, he completed his studies with the Guru, and he started, with the permission of the Guru, to spread the message. Before 16, he completed his study and also writing many commentaries on it's as we call in Hinduism that Upanishads, then Brahma Sutra and Gita. This Prasthana Traya, Traya means three, and Prasthana means exit. So when you are going out from where? From the birth and death circle, from this samsara. Because when we come and take birth in this life, we are suffering. Today morning, I couldn't study because a phone call from far away India, it came. 2-3 people, they were ringing, they're in trouble. What is the trouble? That one person, he wants to adopt a girl child from a person, another person. So all these things are going on. So I was telling that. Now this way, but the person who is having only one son having trouble, and the another one who is not having the children also having the trouble, not because the children. And with children trouble, without children trouble, and trouble is everywhere. Now we do not understand it as long as in that, and always we think it is so sweet and so good. Today we are discussing about the Shankaracharya, a very harsh thing. So this is pure Advaita, and we have to understand this. And this Shankara is telling why? Because of Maya. And what is this Maya? We are what we are. Shankara very clearly is telling, Slokardena pravakshami yad uktam grantakotivi. The crores and crores, the millions of the scriptures, whatever they are telling, I will tell you in a half a sloka. What is that? Brahma Satya Jagan Mitha. And that is the truth. Brahma Satya Jagan Mitha. Jiva Brahmaiva na para. And you should not think that we are something else. So what is God realization? What we are going to get? We are going to get God from outside? No, it is already there. So that is what Shankara says. A tremendous strength he is giving, and he is only telling that you are creating your own world. Adhyasa and Adhyarapa. And we are covering something and imposing something. Of course, I am just mentioning like this, but we won't go into the discussion and details. In the 16th years, he completed all this, and he came out. And his first disciple was Sanandan. This Sanandan became afterwards, many we know his name, Padmapada. This Sanandan became very famous. This is a story, of course, when a person becomes very great, naturally different type of stories, people like to talk about that. One gentleman came today and he was telling that when Swami Vivekananda, I appreciate, he loves Vivekananda, but loves like this, a different type of stories they like to tell. He said when Vivekananda came to America and there was nobody, and he was sitting as a strong Hindu, so he was not liking when I mentioned that he was sitting on the staircase of a church. Here it is in the Hyde Park, but he was telling, no, you don't know. He was telling me, you don't know. Listen from me. I told, okay. So I said, no problem. I can listen. Then he was telling, the Vivekananda was not sitting on any church or any stairs or anything, because naturally, he was feeling insulted. Why Vivekananda should sit on the staircase of a church? So obviously, Vivekananda, he brought the power over here, and when the light was emanating, then a lady came and she accepted him as her guru, etc., etc. Almost true, but little, in between that, forcing the light coming over here and all that. So that is the thing we very much like to tell. Not that it cannot be. Vivekananda himself was a Shiva, so it is possible that he was showing like that. But the truth is, he lost the address and he was walking, he was trying to find out, then he was frustrated, he sat over there and he was thinking what is going to happen. He totally resigned to God, and then you know that story, just opposite the church, the building, the lady saw Swami Vivekananda sitting over there. She came and asked him, are you a representative of the Parliament of Religion? Then the story begins, and they are Mr. and Mrs. Hell. Yes, story is there. Now the Shankara's disciples, they say, all of them, they went on the other bank of the river, and Shankara was in the other bank. Then suddenly Shankara cried out, help, help, come and help me. Well, other disciples, they were thinking how to get a boat to cross. But this Sanandan, without thinking a second thought, he simply started running over the water. And in every state, a lotus, Padma, the lotus, it bloomed and supported his feet, and then he crossed. So it became Padmapada. If you don't like, you can give up that story, but Padmapada was a very famous disciple of Shankara. And Shankara re-established Hinduism. What does it mean? Because the Buddhism came in between. There was the Hinduism, and then slowly Hinduism, when it was created, nobody knows. And some people, they say it is 6,000 years BC or the 10,000 years BC. Well, there's so many things are there, but it is true, most ancient, the mother of all culture and religion. And this Hinduism, because it was a long tradition, slowly some people crept in and they started giving so many twists in it. And most of the cases, some people, Brahmin, they started taking money from the kings in the name of religion, and obviously they started telling that you have to perform yajnas. These yajnas, the rituals, that became so much. Then Lord Buddha rebelled against it. He told, why so much? Our religion teaches that you have to go back to your own self. Atma Deepo Bhava. Be your own light. The enlightenment should be within. That is the Buddha's teaching. And why so much of ritual? It is not necessary. Of course, now the Buddha's follower, they are more ritualistic than the Hindus. Because without ritual, people cannot stay. They must do something. So that was the Buddha who was trying to rectify to some extent. And then some people told the Buddha do not believe in God. He was telling what is Veda. The Veda is nothing but the knowledge. Veda abeda bhavati. This knowledge become nothing when you have realized the God, you have realized the truth, you know the truth, then it is not necessary. And nowadays, when I go, some people, they'll be putting the, what's called, the GPS, isn't it? The GPS in the car. And then when they're reaching over there, from there the sound will come, you have reached your destination, they will put it off. Not necessary now, I know it. Sometimes the road that we know over there, we put it off. So how long the maps are necessary when we do not know? How long the scriptures are necessary when we like to know about the path? That's all. But the scripture, the book, that is not God. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also told that Bhagavat Bhakta Bhagavan. Very simple words. What is that Bhagavat? The scripture. What is Bhakta? The student. And what is Bhagavan? That knowledge. If that student getting that knowledge, understanding the truth and realizing the truth within himself, then that Bhagavata, the scripture, is not necessary. So it may be kept for the next generation. That is what Buddha said, but people didn't understand. Then he went out, and then slowly a different movement came, and most of the kings supported Buddha. They say, as because he was from the Kshatriya, naturally other Kshatriyas, the kings, they supported instead of the Brahmins. So that way Buddhism became so popular. Shankara came, he started refuting the philosophies of the Buddhas. The Nagarjuna, very famous, the philosophy that he... So that Shankara did in a different places, and not only the Buddhist, but at the same time the traditional Hindus also he was refuting. He went to Kumaril Bhatta at the Prayaga, that's a very famous place of India. He went over there and he wanted to have the debate with the Kumaril Bhatta, but that time Kumaril Bhatta, he was just dying, those days, that strong mind of those people. And he said that I have Kumaril Bhatta, he was sitting on a fire, slow burning fire, to do the penance and to kill himself. He never bothered about the life. Tremendous power, mental power. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, you talk about heroes, you talk about the people with courage, look at these people. Because of the truth, for the truth, whatever they have understood, for that they were ready to give their life. but not to kill others. They never harmed others. Only they wanted to tell them the truth, whatever they have understood. This Kumaril Bhatta, he actually committed suicide, and then Shankara met him but could not have that conversation. Then came to Mandan Mishra at the Magad. Magad means now Bihar. And his wife, because when the two people, they are sitting for debate, we need a judge. Because they will be quoting from the scriptures. What is the debate? From the scriptures they will be quoting. So obviously, when you are quoting from different scriptures, the judge must know all the scriptures. And judge must be very, very learned. And who was the judge between these two? The Mandan Mishra. He debated in favor of Dvaita. And Dvaita means God is separate, I am separate, I can never become God, because we are totally separate. Only if the God is somehow giving the blessings, I can go near to God, or I can reach to heaven. That was the idea. So Mandan Mishra was performing all ritualistic things and believing in the Dvaita, and Shankara Advaita. So naturally he was, see here also, the same Hindu, the believers are Dvaita and Advaita, but Shankara wanted to establish that Advaita. He said, yes, it is possible, but the real truth is this. The truth is Advaita. So here, this Mandan Mishra gave that if I can defeat you, Shankara, you have to marry and have to become a householder. And if you can defeat me, I will give up the family and I will follow you as a sannyasi. And the judge was the Bharati, Ubhay Bharati, the Bharati, the wife of Mandan Mishra. And we talk about that, the Indian ladies, they were not educated when? So this proves in the history. A time came, because we were subjugated by some outsiders who were not liking the education and not liking the equality. So because of that, and here so much of equality, Shankara is sitting in one place, and then Mandan Mishra in between, that lady is sitting, and there are so many ample examples of like this lady. Then Bharati declared that his husband, this Mandan Mishra, is defeated. But before declaring that, he said to Shankara, Shankara, I am also the wife of this person. So it is mine, they call it half. The husband and the wife means total. So wife also is a half, Ardhangini. Ardha, half, Angini, Anga means the personality. So I am the half of this person. So you have to defeat me too, to complete your success. So Shankara told, okay. Then she knew that Shankara is a Bala Brahmachari, and she knew that he is a sannyasi. She knew that Shankara doesn't know anything about the samsara, and she asked the question, I am a housewife, I know about only household things, I am going to ask you a question about the samsara. And you have to answer me. Then Shankara told, so give me some time. Let me have the knowledge about that, experience about that. Then only I can give the answer. It says, Shankara went to a very secluded place, and he asked his disciple Padmapada to be over there, and took out his self. His body was left in that cave, and he traveled and entered into that very moment one king was dying. He was dead that very moment. That is Amaruk. This Amaruk, in that body, dead body, Shankara's soul entered. People are very happy the king has come to life again. But it was Shankara. This is just a mystery, yes, but it is possible. We are studying the yoga, And in the third chapter of the yoga, it says it is possible to take out the soul and enter into others' body. Yogi can do it. And Shankara was a great yogi, and this proved it. So this Shankara, he went into that body, stayed over there, learnt about the household things, and then came back, argued with that Bharati Devi, defeated her, and the defeat was complete, success was complete. And this Mandan Mishra, he became a sannyasi. His name was Sureshwara Acharya. Now, as because time is very short, we will speak about how Shankara wrote the commentaries, the list of commentaries. In a very old book we find that he wrote on the Upanishad Bhashya, the 11 Upanishads, and we can say some say the 12 Upanishads. He wrote the commentary. There are 108 Upanishads available, but the Shankaracharya wrote commentaries only on 11. Ramakrishna Mission, we accept 11. Some people, they add Nrsimha Purva Tapaniya. So, but we don't accept that. But anyway, Prasna Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad, Aitariya, Taittiriya, Chandagya, Brihadaranyaka, and then Shetashvatara, Isha Kena Katha. These are the 11 Upanishads and Nrsimha Tapani. And most of us centers, you will find our Swamis, they are constantly giving classes on these Upanishads. The last time the one Swami came, is Sarvadevanandaji from Hollywood. He gave our retreat on a very famous Chandogya Upanishad. However, this not 3 days, we call it 3 days, but actually it is 2.5 days, you can say. But in that, he gave a wonderful picture. Another Swami is coming again this time. He is from London, and Ishatmananda, he'll be speaking on that Upanishad again. So these bhashyas, interesting. What are the bhashyas actually? What is bhashya? There is a sutra. Sutra means only 2 lines slokas. Sutra means a thread. Now this is the whole this dress. And what is actually? This is all threads. Single threads. It has been made in such a way, it has become a beautiful dress. Now if you take out one thread, the whole thing will come out. The sutra is like that. Sutra means the thread, and through these 2 lines or 4 lines, they are giving you the idea, profound idea, and these acharyas, they are explaining. Athato Brahma Jigyasa, small line. Atha Brahma Jigyasa. Those who know little Sanskrit or Hindi, they understand. Atha now, Atha we will do, Brahma, that's Brahman, Jigyasa, discussion. Now why Atha? Why Atha? So these they will go on giving the discussion. Then the Gita Bhashya, Shankara, he wrote the commentary on Bhagavad Gita. If anyone wants to know the Bhagavad Gita with commentary, it is better to read Shankara Bhashya. Then he wrote Vishnu Sahasranam Bhashya. He wrote Lalita Sahasranam also. Then he wrote Viveka Chudamani. It's a very famous scripture. So what is Viveka? Chuda means the tough and the top. So the Viveka, the discrimination. Who is capable to study Vedanta? Some people, they will come and simply brush out, oh, this is nothing, all bogus. Are you really capable to understand? So that we have to understand. Meghnad Shah, that he was a very famous scientist. He was a friend of one of our Swamis. And he came to meet him. And he told, how come that a bright student like you, a science student, you have become a sannyasi? Sannyasis are those The who cannot study and who do not know, understand anything, they don't get good jobs, so they go in that. Why you have come here? Then he told, see, now you are a great scientist. Everybody knows about you, the Meknath Saha. There is a person who is tilting the field over there. Can you go and tell him what is science and what you are actually thinking, what you are discovering? Then he said, how can I? If I go to that person, he is not having the basic knowledge of science. How can I make it? Then this Swami told, you are asking me to explain you religion? How can I? Because you don't have the basic things. So that's why, who is capable to study Vedanta? Over that, Shankaracharya is telling. That you must have to understand that. The Viveka Chudamani, Upadesha Sahasri, Aparakshanu Bhuti, Shata Sloki, Dasha Sloki. Shata means 100 and Dasha 10. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Sara Samgraha, Bhakya Sudha, and so many. He went on writing in a beautiful way. He wrote and he gave the narrations too. So this is what Shankaracharya, but what he did, his main contribution to put Hinduism on a very strong, we can say, the pillars. What is that? The Chatur Mat, the 4 Mat he established. The Chatur means 4, that 4 Mat he established. Mat means this is the first time the Hindu sannyasins, they are coming under some system. And before that, they used to go out, leaving the hearth and home like the Bhagavan Buddha. He left his home and then he went and took the Diksha from a guru. He sat under his feet, learned from him. Then afterwards, Guru told, now you are ready, go out. So he went out. So this way we had, but Shankara now here is telling, we will see, he traveled the length and breadth of India. He understood the pulse of Indian people. He understood that I have eradicated the influence of Buddhism, but to hold, I need people. And then he made these 4 matha on the bank of the Tungabhadra, very famous rivers. Tungabhadra, he established Saraswati temple. He was an Advaitin, but at the same time, he understood that unless and until you give opportunity for the ordinary people to worship God in a Dvaita form, they won't be able to understand Advaita. The Advaita, the purest, it is impossible. And that is why he gave this on the bank of this Tungabhadra. He constructed Sringari Math, very famous math, and Sureshwara Acharya, he became the in charge. Acharya means the teacher. The Sureshwara Acharya, so he became Shankaracharya of that Sringari Math. Ramakrishna mission comes under that Sringari Math. This I went to visit the Sringari Math. So because it is we go, not that they control us. It is nothing like that the Pope is controlling each and every the places under his control. No, it is not like that. All are free. But still we have the respect for the Sringari Math, and when there will be a procession in that Kumbh Mela, we will go under the Sringari Math. So this is the system. So Dashanami Sampradaya, that is Sringari Math, fast. Then in the Puri, almost the central place of India, Govardhan Math, and Padmapadacharya, he became in charge of that. Then in Gujarat, look at it, how the south, then the east, then in the west, in Gujarat, Dwarka Math, Hastamalaka Acharya, he became in charge. And in Badri, in the north, Jyotir Math, they are Totaka Acharya. So they were in charge, the first in charge, direct disciples of Shankaracharya, and they used to write and spread the Vedanta all over through their disciples. Then Shankara categorized all the sannyasins living in different places as the 10 classes. That's called Dashanami Sampradaya. The moment we talk about the Sampradaya, immediately we think about that is a very narrow orthodox people. No. Sampradaya means is the likings. We like to do like, stay like this, we like to have like this. This is the Sampradaya. Swami Vivekananda said the revolutionary word. He said, I want that each and every individual should be a Sampradaya. That there should not be any Sampradayikata. What is Sampradaya? That means your own idea. And you are progressing, you are marching forward towards that ultimate truth. But Sampradayikata, I am only correct and all others are wrong, so I must go and kill them. So that is called Sampradayikata. And that is narrowness. So here he made the 10, this thing like the Tirtha, the names, see the Tirtha, pilgrimage center, then Asrama inside that, Bana, then Aranya. Bana means not much of trees, and Aranya means deep forest. Giri, the small little hills, and the Parvata, high hills. Sagar, ocean. Saraswati, those who are given to the study. Bharati and Puri. Saraswati, Bharati, Puri, they come very close because they always discuss about on education. And Puri means those who are living in the cities. So you are finding me over here. So we are Puri Sampradaya. I am supposed to write Swami Ishatmananda Puri. But maybe that people will be confused, and Swami Ishatmananda itself is so much of confusion. So people cannot pronounce properly, and they will be asking, do you have any short name? Because most of the here, they go for short. So do you have any short name? I told only one name I am having, and if you like to go, then Swamiji. Though Swamiji in the Ramakrishna tradition, you only call about Swami Vivekananda. And also if you go to Google search, if you type the Swamiji, immediately Vivekananda, everything about Vivekananda will come. So Swamiji is a short, but Saraswati, Bharati, Puri, though we are Dasanami Sampradaya, we come over here. And now, here we find what is actually Shankara wants to tell. 2-3 things, very simple. He is telling that Brahman is the ultimate reality. Now we conclude, Brahman is the ultimate reality. What is that Brahman? All pervading consciousness. It's not a he or she. It's not a male or female. Nothing personal. No personal God. Consciousness. Each and everything is nothing but the consciousness. Now from that consciousness, how come this universe has come? He is not denying the universe, but he is telling it is like mirage. When you see a mirage in the desert, it is true to you. Unless you go over there and see that, it is not true. And similarly, as long as we think this world is true, it is true to us. So that's Shankara accepting. But why it is? He is answering because of Maya. And what is Maya? Unspeakable. You cannot explain about it. This is the difficulty. But all are under it. The moment we are thinking me and mine, that is Maya. And everything connected with the me and mine is Maya. Now to explain, when a child is thinking that the doll is talking with her or him, for us that is Maya. But for the child it is true. So similarly, another example, when we see the dream is true. When we are dreaming, do you think, oh, I am dreaming, not to be afraid of? No. Actually, at the time of dream, it is so true. But in the dream, we see so many things. friends are there, foes are there, buildings are there, so many things are going on, happening. Isn't it? Then where from it comes? I create. From my mind I create. But a time comes when I get up, break the dream, then it is nothing but a mirage, a false thing. I realize that. And then afterwards, when this life comes, we think it is very, very true. And we are not ready to accept that it is not true. It is very much true. And because we are thinking that it is very much true, what we do? We go to any extent to give me comfort. We go and kill people. We loot people. We cheat people. We tell lies. Why? Because I think this is very much true and I want to achieve. Do we achieve really? No. A time comes when I go. When I go, then also I don't realize. Why? It goes on carrying. Who carries? Subtle body. What is that subtle body? Sukshma Sharira. Then all these things Shankara is explaining and he is telling, but please try to realize it. Dullabham trayani baitat devanugraho hetukam manushyatam mumukshuttam mahapurusha samasvaya. The very famous sloka of the Vivekananda. The very second sloka. The three things are very, very rare, my friends. Please, Shankara says, is like committing suicide if you are not trying to realize God here itself. And he is telling three things are very rare. What is that? Manushyatva, this human birth. Mumukshutva, the desire to know the truth. And of course, the proper guidance. Mahapurusha. So all these things come with the blessings of God. So this is very, very important. Without the blessings of God, this is a word that Shankara was also using from somewhere, something coming and helping me. Yesterday, I think, Sunday, one gentleman was asking, he is now reading the Tantra, and he was asking what is Shaktipat. I don't know whether he is here or not. I can remember if there he was, and he was telling what is Shaktipat. He told that he will come and discuss with me. Shaktipat is nothing but the same thing, the grace of God. But when the grace will come, when we are ready, how we will become ready? The Shankara says, if you are doing work for the others, but without expecting any return, which Vivekananda introduced as karma yoga. And this, when you are praying for others, thinking for others, you are working for the development and benefit of others. That's why our gurus, when they give the initiation, the first thing they teach, when you are sitting for meditation, that you must say, let everybody be happy. That is the first word. When I am praying to God, I will think about me afterwards. But right this moment, oh God, please help others. Give them good thoughts, good knowledge, and let them be happy. But that is also karma. But against that karma, you are not asking anything else. Hey, I prayed for you. You must remember it. You must be grateful to me. No, nothing like that. So just praying and praying. That's also work. Then physically you are coming forward and helping. In our Christian tradition, volunteering is a wonderful thing. They come and they do voluntary work, everything they do, but without asking anything in return. And what happens after that? Mind becomes purified. And that is called Antakarana Shuddhi. The blessed are those who are pure in heart, as the Jesus is telling again and again. This purity of heart comes from there. But the moment you will think that I am doing, your work will be there, but the result can be. So this is the difficulty. So you have to give and give constantly, consciously. Then only it is possible. So that is what Shankara is telling. Avidya, we have to destroy this. What is Vidya and Avidya? Vidya means I am the pure soul. It is true. Now this moment I cannot understand. I cannot even imagine. Doesn't matter. Just keep in mind, I am pure. Aham nirvikalpa, nirakara rupa, vibhutvacha sarvatra, sarvendriyanam. So that is the thing Shankara is telling again and again. And he is telling that Pancha, the Yajna and the Upasana, he introduced for the householders and for the sannyasins also. And there is a wonderful stotra. I think you have got those and print out. I may take another 5 minutes extra. So it was composed by one of his famous disciples, Totakacharya. And this Totakacharya, he wrote in this way, Vidita khila shastra sudha jalade mohitopanishat katitarthanidhe hridaye kalaye vimalam charanam bhava shankara deshika me sharanam bhava shankara deshika me sharanam. Shankara is nothing but the Shiva. Now he is telling, oh Shankara, who is the realized master, be my refuge. That is always the last line of the Totakacharya, who was the disciple of Shankara. So please repeat after me. Vidita khila shastra shuddha jalade mohitopanishat katitarthanidhe hridaye kalaye bimalam charanam bhava shankara deshika me sharanam. The Bhava means be, Shankara, the old Shankaracharya, Deshika, one who has realized the truth, Sharanam, I take the refuge in you, and my Hridaya become purified at taking this. Why? Because you are just the ocean of the Amrit, the nectar. So you are purifying the hearts like this. Next sloka, Koruna Borunalaya Palaya Mam Bhavashagara Dukha Biduna Hridam Rachaya khila darshana Tattvavidam Bhava Shankara Deshika me sharanam. Bhava Shankara Deshika me sharanam. Your heart is like the ocean of compassion. This is the way he is describing about his beauty. And you remove all the miseries, so you become my refuge. Bhavata janata Suhita bhavita Nija bodha vicharana Charumate Kalayeshwara Jiva Vivekavidam Bhava Shankara Deshika Me Sharanam. Bhava Shankara Deshika Me Sharanam. Bhava eva bhavaniti Nitaram Samajayata chetasi Kautukita Mama Varaya Moha Mohajaladhim. All the time he is giving the example of the ocean. He is the compassion, his compassion is just like the ocean, and his consciousness of the curiosity, he is just like the ocean, like this. And then he said, Bhava Shankara Deshika Me Sharanam. Like these 8 stotras are there. Now we will repeat the first one again and we will conclude. This will be like our offering our pranam to Acharya Shankara. Vidita khila shastra shudha jaladhe Mohitopanishad Katitartha nidhe Hridaye kalaye Bimalam charanam Bhava Shankara Deshika Me Sharanam. Bhava Shankara Deshika Me Sharanam. Bhava Shankara Deshika Me Sharanam. This is a Shankaracharya's picture, someone drawn. In those days camera was not there, but this is the only picture available. And this Shankaracharya's picture is actually the young man sitting under a tree, and he passed away in 32 years when he was only 32. He started his mission at the age of 16. He passed away in 32, and he was sitting under a tree, and all his disciples are elderly people. So that was the description. Look, a young man is sitting and giving the knowledge to elderly people. So knowledge, you don't count the age. Whoever will get the knowledge, it's not the age, but the knowledge that gets the respect. That's why all his elderly devotees and disciples paying respect to Shankara. Drishyam toru tala mule. Yuva Vriddha Shishya Juva Guru. Drishyam toru tala mule. Toru means the tree, and under that tree is a wonderful picture that you can see. The Vriddha Shishya, Vriddha means the elderly, Shishya the disciple, Juva Guru, but a young Guru. Gurustu Maunam Vyakhyanam. The Guru is not telling anything, just quietly sitting, but he is giving everything, describing everything through silence. Gurustu Maunam Vyakhyanam. Shishyastu Chinna Samshayaha. Samshaya means all doubts vanished, but no conversation. And what is that message? Thou art that. Aham Brahmasmi Tattvam Asi. It's a unique thing. That's why Swami Vivekananda says, freedom, freedom, freedom. Freedom is the song of the soul. This is the song of the soul. I am not bound. I am not under anybody. I am totally free. I am God myself. The tremendous, the excellent feeling it comes and comes with the strength. And that is Advaita Vedanta. Thank you, friends. Thank you, devotees. Today you have come in this Akshaya Tritiya. Whatever you like to pray, you please pray. And then I pray to God, so your prayers are answered. I pray to God also to answer my prayers. কোথায় ক্যামেরা করে? It's not my picture either. So now we have developed in this way whatever program we do, and then we give the report also, because the people, they write to me, Swamiji, you announced that program will be there. Did you perform that program? What happened? So they are so interested to know about, and that's good. So that's where we give, and you'll be very happy that the devotees, young volunteers, they are maintaining the Facebook. It has been seen by 28,000 people. It's commented actually, liked. They liked 28,000. That's good. One gentleman wrote from England. He told, I am connected with the Ramakrishna mission from 1957. And then now, as because I am getting all your lectures, particularly the Gita and the Yoga Sutra in the YouTube, I all the time open the book and study that and getting the meaning clear. Tomorrow I think I will thank him for that, for this feedback. So at least our life, only one mission, Dharma Palan, Dharma Shiksha. This is the life's mission. So practice religion and propagate religion. What is the religion to propagate? My path is the only path. Go and fight with others. No. Only to say, be a very good person. Be a very good person. Feeling for others. Compassionate. Prayerful. Loving. So when you die, you will see the joy within you. You will say, I am not indebted in any way to anybody. And whatever possible, I have tried to done for the others. Thank you, friends, and good night.